So there's actually one more thing, literally just from testing this plane, like there's a thing that I was actually able to do, which I think some of you might find a little bit hilarious. So I was testing this plane. Well, might build some suspense for a little bit. Well, I guess you'll find out what I'm about to do. Though it's not quite what you might be thinking right now. Well, this may or may not work, but, well, I just found out, oh, that's, interesting. I think we're, like, seeing, the distant object enhancement of the rest of the solar system through, like, the rings, so that's pretty cool. But, well, what I'm gonna be showing off here is just how overpowered, this space plane that I actually sent, to Tekto and then ended up using as a lander for the rest of this mission actually is. Oh, just topping up fuel. Okay, so I've decided I'd kind of end off this mission with it's kind of a bit of a stunt that I actually ended up proving was actually possible with this plane. Really, just if I'm more for anything else, just to show just how overpowered it is. And I mean, if you've seen how overpowered it was on Tekto, like, to the point where we could literally, just using just the jet engines, we're able to, like, get into orbit around Tekto. Okay, I'm not sure why, not sure why my plane exploded in that last, quip. I guess I was just time warping too fast, and, well, we're in the very far lower atmosphere now, which is, insanely thick. Like, I think might be more than 10 times Kerbin's atmosphere now. Yeah, this is the surface of, Sarnus. Looks quite crazy from this low altitude. And I guess we've already done science from here, but... Oh no, I'm about to die. Whatever will I do? Well, we do have nuclear-powered jet engines. And yes, these are literally... these are literally running on the very atmosphere that we're in right now. And, we are now actually climbing up once again. And, yeah, this is what the sky looks like from down here, which is pretty wild. It's like it's now actually kind of tinted like tan. So we're so far down in the atmosphere. So really from here, we just want as much of an ascent rate as we can get. And the air is so thick that, well, even if we could literally probably have even steeper trajectory than this, and we'd still have sufficient engine power. Like look at that! Like look at that! We're already. You have a thrust to weight of 2.38 already. Like the only thing we're really fighting against is the thick atmosphere right now. And then we just kind of sit in here and wait with like this, and then at some point as we climb out of the lower atmosphere, we're gonna start picking up speed. We're about nearly double the max speed that we could achieve at the surface at this point. And we were just a couple kilometers above the surface. We're really starting to pick up speed now. And we're really picking up speed now, and probably at this rate, our apoapsis is just going to be out of the atmosphere in probably a few minutes. And if we keep this up, we are gonna be out of this atmosphere in no time. I mean, it took a lot of time to get out of the thicker lower part, but we're gonna be out pretty soon. Okay, we're just leveling off here just to kind of gain the same kind of effect with these engines as such as you're taking off from Kerbin. They are starting to lose our thrust, but our apoapsis is finally out of the atmosphere, so we're just going to need to maintain this. And we might have to switch to a bit of our liquid fuel just to maintain a path out of the atmosphere if we lose our engines too soon. And with that, we're finally out of Sarnus. This is probably one of the craziest things I think I've really even done in KSP to date. Like, I've seen missions of people, like, designing actual, like, a purpose-built, like, spaceship to, like, land, like, quote-unquote land on Jewel. Or I guess more like get close to the surface and then get out of Jewel's atmosphere, like basically from the bottom. Though even though this was just with modded parts, I still consider it an accomplishment. Okay. It's probably one of the most daring things I've ever done in Kerbal Space Programs so far. And really from here, there's really not much else really left to do in Sarnus. Like, well, we do have the wormhole that's way out here that goes to the Kerbal system, and I thought about, like, maybe at some point in this mission, I maybe might go in there and just peek my head in there and maybe go to maybe the first destination on the other side, but then I thought about it and I thought, well, maybe it might be better if we saved that for a dedicated episode. So really from here, the only other thing left to do would be to return home from Sarnus. Okay, so I think it is safe to say this mission is finally complete, and now is the time to finally bring our kerbals home and get our science points, or at least the science that we didn't transmit. Well, we transmitted science from our probe that we sent into Sarnus, but we're going to send back our science that we have on board anyway. And with this maneuver, I'm just gonna use gonna use slates to do a gravity assist. And well, it turns out I was facing the wrong way to do the maneuver, so now let's try it. Okay, now we're on our... Well, as soon as we go through Slate's sphere of influence, we're going to be on our escape trajectory. And we just have entered Slate's sphere of influence. And with that, we have exited, and we are now on our escape trajectory. So I guess goodbye, Sarnus, but this is not going to be the first time we're going to be visiting the system, as it has, of course. Later on in the series, we're going to be doing missions out to the Kerbal system, so we're going to be doing missions to Sarnus actually later on. But for now, we're just going to be leaving and returning back to Kerbin. And now I just need to correct our inclination. Really just kind of fine-tuning my approach into Kerbin's sphere of influence from here. I think that's good enough. Okay, now, wait, it's time to... Okay, well, our burn is done now, so we're just, really just a matter of waiting till we actually go back to Kerbin, which, in reality, this is actually taking a few years, but, thanks to Time Warp, it's only going to take, less than a minute for me. Oh, and there's Kerbin out there. Going just warping ahead to the periapsis. It's another nice thing about having an overkill amount of Delta V, makes this kind of maneuver easy. Because we're actually coming in very quickly, like you see our speed is just like it's like 4.9 kilometers per second. Well, that's because we're doing a transfer directly from Sarnus to Kerbin, which means we're going to be coming into Kerbin at a pretty high speed. And, well, if you were doing this, I guess, more minimalistically, you just have at this point, you just separate your... Well, you'd go on a trajectory to go into Kerbin's atmosphere, and then you'd have all your kerbals in one, I believe in one of the capsules, and then detach that from the rest of your craft, and then just basically go straight into Kerbin with, and the heat shield protect you even from the ridiculously high amount of re-entry heating that you'd experience coming in from an interplanetary trajectory. But since I don't really have that with this craft, and I also have the space plane here, my plan is just to get into Kerbin orbit with what's left of my interplanetary stage, and then, like the Jewel mission, I'm gonna have my kerbals return to Kerbin and the plane. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty picturesque view right here. And now we're in orbit. Well, and it turns out we're actually retrograde with respect to Kerbin, so I think I'll correct that now. And it's rather conveniently our spent stages are going to crash into Kerbin and he get yeeted out of existence. Okay, I think now it's time that we should transfer all our kerbals into the plane. Okay, so I transferred all the kerbals out of the this part of the ship to the plane, and I transferred fuel from this to the plane, even though it's probably not. I'm not actually going to probably be using any of it because, well, I forgot that this plane has nuclear jet engine power that can run in atmosphere without fuel usage at all. But I guess we're still going to need some fuel to deorbit. And it's kind of becoming a bit of a thing, like I'm having, at this point, I guess I'm going to have 3 different ships in orbit. Well, this is the one we sent to Jewel, and I guess I'm keeping them only because I might, just in case I might want to dock a future mission to them and actually take the fuel out of them to use for another mission. But I guess I'll leave this one up here kind of just in case. Anyway, I guess it's time for us to depart. Just kind of doing that just to get out of the way of that thing. And well, I could land back at the Kerbal Space Center again, but thinking maybe for variety's sake we land over at the desert airfield. And yeah, there is actually more than one space center on Kerbin. Okay, now we're gonna have our, looks like we're gonna have atmospheric interface soon. Looks like we're gonna fly a fair distance past it before we can slow down. And I guess now we just have to fly our way back over there. Oh, there it is. I guess we go around. Oh, I got distracted because I wanted to get like an in-cockpit view of the landing, but I guess I Guess there probably was a little bit of a mistake. Okay, that's more like it. And there we go. We've successfully landed back on Kerbin. Yeah, this is the view I was trying to get of the landing, but oh well. So anyway, I guess let's recover the vessel and see how much science we get. Not bad. I'd say maybe perhaps we end this video here. And thank you all for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here with another Kerbal Space Program video. And if you liked what you saw, remember to go like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see my next videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. Peace out. Bye.